Hey, good day, and welcome back to the channel, Fudd's Life Adventures. I'm Pat, and my nickname is Fudd. What I'd like to do is, this is going to be part 2 of why you want to become a professional Class 1 truck driver. I'm going to shoot this video from the Flying J in Alberta, Canada. There's their sign, fuel's at $1.47. Look at the price of diesel. Isn't that crazy? When a guy burns up 1,000 liters a day. Anyways, we're gonna start out here. We're gonna cruise around this truck stop. And I just wanna throw out a bunch of stuff here just to make sure that you really want to do this for a living, eh? So there's a van. So I would assume that guy, he's just cruising, doing long haul and whatnot. Here we are here. This guy over here, he's hauling cars and vehicles. There's two actually of them right here. One's empty, one's full. So they take them to different dealerships. Most of them are in cities and not a lot of smaller towns. So most of that stuff is unloaded right on the street. Then I'm going to take you over to this one that I saw coming in here earlier. I just want you guys to be really educated before you go to do the deed, before you go to become a Class 1 driver, because it's not easy, and I'm going to put a lot of points in here today just to make sure you want to do it. And look at this load here. This is flat deck, and that's a step deck triaxle. So look all the stuff this guy's hauling, eh? So what you got to do, that load shifts a lot, moves a lot. Look at all the straps he's got on there. That's scaffolding. That's what he's hauling there, scaffolding. So that's flat deck. I started out flat decking back in the early 90s. And my first load was on a trombone trailer, which in the middle, you can stretch that out to about 70 feet. So there's one example of trucking. Here's another one. I did this for about 3-4 years. This is a set of bottles. So what this guy does, he hauls LPGs, which consists of propane, butane, NGL, and propylene. So when I've worked for the company I worked for, and this is all Super B work, it's all Super Bs. The company I worked for out of Rimbey, Alberta, I would go to work for 7 15-hour days, and then I would have 3 off. Then I'd go back to another shift, do 7 15-hour days, and have 4 off. I was working provincial just inside the province of Alberta, so you could do 15-hour days, drive for 14, and have a 15-hour day. There's another flat deck. Here's another van. Federal, you can drive for 13, and you can have a 14-hour day. So there's that's a triaxle step, or not a step deck, that's just a flat deck. Here's an empty van. We're gonna cruise around here. Yeah, so there's a lot more to, like I said in my first video, getting your license, going in, smashing on the throttle, and steering the truck. There's so many different kinds of trucking. Here's another one I wanted to really tell you about. So you're never at home. You are never, ever, ever, ever at home. If you're long hauling, you do your 36-hour reset wherever you run out of your 70-hour period, eh? Wherever your 70 hours is. And you wake up wherever, so you want to be at a place where you can actually get up in the morning and have a shower, have a shit, have a shave, shampoo your body, and you want to have something to eat and whatnot. Here's another Oculus. They got a bunch of trucks there out of Fort Saskatchewan now. So I'm getting back to where I was talking about there. So you got to know that every day, where you're going to end up at the end of your shift, because I'm sure everybody likes to wake up in the morning, you know, and get freshened up after your 14 or 15-hour day, and then you got to get back at it. So you got to have time to have a shower and a shave. You got to eat and shit and get ready for the next day. Here's a set of Super B tankers. I assume he's probably hauling, I would say, oil or produced water in these babies. Here he is here. That's all I pull now is Super Bs on the farm. I shouldn't say that, but 90% of it is. We got some triaxles to haul water and whatnot. And here's a good example of a parking lot for truckers. All different kinds of trucks and trailers. It's the Flying J in northern Alberta. It's a pretty big spot. There's Q-Line out of Saskatoon. And then if you look way over here, I'll maybe just go this way. Just trying to give you some different examples of trucks. So you really got to think about that when you go for your license. And there's different type, like I've said this a few times, and there's a whole bunch of different types of trucking. Like long haul, you're sitting all day long, man. Like you're sitting all day long. So when you stop for your break, you're gonna have 3 breaks in that day. I would suggest that you go for a walk. I'm still walking at 63, but the trucking I do nowadays is more physical. So you're not sitting on your ass all day. So you can actually, there's a certified weigh scale. I'm all over the map with this, but when it comes to my brain, I'm just gonna spit it out so I can educate you guys on, do you really want to get your Class 1 license? There's the scale there, you pull on, make sure you're legal to go down the road, because there's scales all over the place that you gotta pull in. And this happens every day too. Excuse me. You gotta fuel your truck up. That takes time. And you have to do that when you're on duty. That's part of your shift. So you have to equate that into your daily hours. Like every day. It's quite a life. There's lots good about it, but I'm just giving you the bad about it. Here's Vertex oil field. This is an oil field. He's got a tanker on there. So I assume he's hauling produced water or oil. It's probably a triaxle, I'm assuming. Nope, he's got a Super Bee there. Super Bee. Here's a van. This is pretty cool. This is a covered van with Bremik. You open the sides on this and you strap everything down, close it up, keeps everything nice and dry. Yeah, I'm just trying to give you a bunch of different examples of trucking, eh? I thought I'd come into the Flying J. Still quite a few trucks here. A lot of guys run at night. So they do. Here's Tri-Line out of Calgary. He's hauling dried cement. So you unload that with air. But I'm going to go back to the different kinds of trucking that you can do, because there are some that are out there where you drive, then you got to load your load, unload your load. You're not sitting on your butt all the time, where it's not as hard on your body. Yep, these guys are all fueling up and getting ready for the day. Trimac, they've been around for many, many years. There's Baz Transport there. They're out of Saskatoon. And yeah, there's a lot to consider before you get your license. So there is. The one great thing about it is you'll always have a job. You'll always have a job. Now I'm going to take you into here, into what's called the driver's lounge. And it says right here, welcome drivers. A couple little signs here. I'll just go in here and show you what goes on every day. You know, you want to be at one of these places in the morning, so a guy can have, like I said, get up, have your shower. There's a restaurant in here. This is just a little store here. Over there, Denny's, that's the restaurant. This is more like a convenience store. I'll take you in here. You got a place there to do your paperwork at night if you want to come in here and do that. Down here, this guy's a trucker. That's Danny. How you doing, brother?
Wonderful.
Awesome. This is the trucker lounge. This is where you get to sit down, meet some other trucker buddies, watch a little TV, stretch your legs out. Down here's your restroom and showers. Got a guy cleaning them. This Flying J is really, really clean. Here you can do your laundry in here at night or in the morning. Depends what kind of shift you're on. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Awesome, doing awesome. Hey, do you mind if I show a bathroom to my audience? Is that okay, buddy? I'm going to show you a shower. So this is where you can shower when you come to a truck stop. The Flying J is very, very clean. Do you mind if I go in? Thank you, sir. Got a nice fan here. Here's the showers. Here they are, really, really clean. Really awesome. There's William. Say hi, William. How are you doing? Let's get a picture of. There's William the cleaner at the Flying J. Give me a hands up, buddy. Have a good day, man. Thanks for keeping the truckers clean, safe, so we can have a nice shower and get ready for in the morning. So yeah, like I said, this is truck driving, man. No, I just really want to make sure you know what you're doing out there before you go get your class 1. There's a lot to it. Like I've said several times. It's not an easy life. I haven't even got into off-road trucking. That's what I did for 20 years with my Hydrovacs and vac trucks. I was on the road for the first 3 or 3.5 years, and I went off-road. That's a whole different ballgame. You got hills, mountains, not mountains, foothills, where I was. So you're running chains. What happens when it rains? You're in the mud. You're getting pulled around with cats. You're getting pulled around with track hose. Anything to get into that lease, to get that product out, to get it rolling. So yeah, I'm going to end the video now. I really appreciate you guys watching it. I think this is my 3rd video. I've sort of talked a little bit on this video about it was similar to the last video, but I just wanted to come out and get some really good footage and show you some trucks, show you a truck stop, you know, explain some hours, explain life behind the wheel of a truck driver. 35-year veteran here, 1,000,000 miles, many paid PTO hours on a truck. Or as I explained before, you're not putting the kilometers or miles on. You're actually out there for 12, 14, 15 hours a day, so your PTO is accumulating hours. My vac trucks every 5 years had between 15 and 18,000 hours on them. And then if you divide that by 5 years, that's a lot of hours every year. So that's a different part of trucking. But on that one, we're home every night. But you're home, you're sleeping, and then you're up, you're gone again in the morning. Excuse me. So I want to end this video. I appreciate you guys all watching. If you got any questions, please put them in the comments, because I will answer them to the best of my ability. Have a great day, folks. Remember, shiny side up. Stay safe. Stay in your lane. And we'll see you all in the next video. Have a great day.